What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Blank Online here today to chat with you more about some Call of Duty Warzone. But before I get any further in this video, 97% of you guys watching the video right now are not subscribed to the channel. So if you haven't done so yet, make sure you click that subscribe button to be kept up to date on everything to do with Warzone Season 6, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and more. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Season 6 of Modern Warfare is out right now, and what potentially could be the final big free content update of the Modern Warfare life cycle. Obviously, the game is going to be living on past Call of Duty Cold War, but after this season, it could be potentially the last time we see major changes happen to both Modern Warfare Warzone and Modern Warfare in general. So this is a bit of a bittersweet kind of end. Modern Warfare has been definitely an interesting year for a lot of us, and it's coming to an end. But you know, we'll get into everything that's new here in Season 6, all the new maps, all the different changes to Warzone, all the different weapon nerfs and everything like that. Starting off here with the new maps. So we got 4 new multiplayer maps in Season 6, 2 of them being for normal 6v6, and then 1 of them being for gunfight and 1 of them being for ground war. So in the 6v6 maps, we have Broadcast, which is a remake of Call of Duty 4 original map. And then we have Miel Store Tank Factory. I don't know how to pronounce that, but that's both available in 6v6 and 10v10 modes. Now it's meant to be playable on both modes, which means that this map is a very, very big boy map. Now I haven't played the map yet. It looks a lot like the map that we saw in the leaks Black Ops Cold War alpha footage that we saw way back when. It's like they copy and pasted the exact same thing that they saw in that leaked footage, but you know, it is what it is. That map seems to be one of the bigger ones, so I probably will not enjoy playing that map. Broadcast, it's weird that they brought Broadcast back and have Broadcast be like the final remake they do here for Modern Warfare 2019, but maybe they're like waiting to do like High Rise and that sort of stuff for Modern Warfare 2 whenever that comes out, presumably in 2021. But you know, Broadcast and Miel Store Tank Factory are both there for 6v6, and the Tank Factory one being for 10v10 as well. The next map is the new gunfight map, which is Station. Now Station is basically like Station from Verdansk / Warzone. Basically it's that recreation of that sort of zone there for gunfight essentially. And then last but not least, we have Verdansk Riverside, which is just an area of Warzone that's been put into ground war. So nothing really revolutionary here in terms of multiplayer maps. A couple, well, 1 brand new one and 2 maps that have been just basically copy and pasted from the Warzone map, and then 1 Call of Duty 4 remake. So nothing too extravagant here, and nothing too crazy in terms of the maps. Moving on to the new weapons. So we have the AS Val and the SPR 208. Now the AS Val is an assault rifle and the SP is a marksman rifle. The AS Val, we have seen it in previous Call of Duty games, and we have also seen it in various other shooters as well. High fire rate, and as comes with an integrated suppressor already. So the AS Val is basically just going to be, in previous Call of Duties and previous shooters as well, it's been very much more like an SMG rather than an assault rifle, but with some of the range of the assault rifles as well. So we're gonna have to wait and see how that gun plays out in both multiplayer and Warzone in terms of like how it affects the meta. One of the guns that's definitely going to be affecting the meta is the SPR 208, which is basically just the R700 from Call of Duty 4. It's apparently one of the most accurate weapons in the marksman rifle class, and apparently it's really, really good. So the AS Val is tier 31 and the R700 is tier 15. Of course, you don't have to buy the battle pass to unlock those weapons. They're going to be available for all players, and apparently the R700 is absolutely beast. So I'm going to have to grind. I'm going to have to get to tier 15, try the weapon out for myself, and I'll let you guys know how I go with that one. But apparently it's very, very good. 2 new operators have come here in Season 6, as you guys know. So both Farah and Nikolai, both being featured in the original campaign for the game, have made their way here onto Warzone Season 6 for its last hurrah. Now obviously, Farah and Nikolai being the main 2, Farah being the leader of the, I think it's the Urzikstan or the Urzistani Liberation Force, and then Nikolai, obviously we've known from previous Modern Warfare titles as well, basically playing that same sort of role. Farah is available right away at tier 0, so you can just immediately get her, and Nikolai gets unlocked at tier 100. So somewhat similar to what we saw in Season 5 as well, where you had your initial main operator as tier 0, and then you have an upgradable one as well at tier 100. So changing the way they're doing things here, because previously, say for example with season 2, you unlocked ghosts at tier 0 and then you unlocked a legendary ghost skin at tier 100. This makes it a little bit more of an incentive to tier up all the way to tier 100, because you get a new operator at the end of the battle pass as well, making it really nice. So I'm very happy to see both Farah and Nikolai here in season 6 of Modern Warfare, sort of rounding out the game by adding the 2 operators that I think everyone sort of wanted to see, besides for example Soap, which we might get in Modern Warfare 2. Let's go on to the biggest change, or at least one of the biggest changes here in Season 6. It's the Warzone Metro Subway Fast Travel System. So we've got the train, we've had the train introduced in Season 5, the high tier loot train. This sort of, I guess, revolutionizes the whole train system. There are a couple of points. Point A is Verdansk Airport, point B is Quarry, C is Stadium, D is Downtown, E is Promenade East, F is Verdansk train station, and G is Torsk block. Now those are the different points that the metro / train will stop. It's underground, so there are several stations that you can enter from the underground, and you basically go from stop to stop. The train will not move if the station is in the gas or if there is any fighting happening on the platform. So the train will only move if it's either not in the gas or it's basically peaceful. So that, say you're in the station C, which is Verdansk Stadium, and you're trying to find a team, the train won't move. The train will just stay still until there's no more fighting. Train will keep going. So that's an interesting system, and I don't know. I don't necessarily know how I feel about it, especially being introduced so late in the game with Season 6. I feel like if we got this update earlier, say like Season 3, Season 4, I think that this would be more of a revolution and more of a feature that everyone's going to be really excited about. The problem is that with Black Ops Cold War so close, and with Black Ops Cold War taking up all the hype, I feel like Infinity Ward at least have left it too late to do all this crazy storyline stuff and crazy changes to Warzone as a whole. So while it definitely is a very cool system, it just doesn't have the sort of hype that it sort of would have if Black Ops Cold War wasn't coming so soon, and if they did this earlier than they did. But nevertheless, a very cool system, and it's going to be interesting to see how this changes with the way people navigate the map as well, because everyone has their rotations down pat, everyone has their drop spots, and everyone at this point in time knows exactly what they're doing when they're dropping into a match of Warzone. This sort of changes the game a little bit, sort of adds that next sort of element into how you're going to sort of traverse the map, and as well as that how you're going to sort of get away from the zone and move faster in the zone, also not in the zone, well, faster to get away from the zone. That's the best way to put it. So subway system is the biggest thing here in Season 6. Obviously, the weapons were rotated in Warzone as well, as they do in every single season. So the different sort of blueprints and weapons that you can find on the floor and in supply boxes are changed. Nothing new there, but, you know, something that we've definitely seen in previous seasons as well, so it's nothing revolutionary there. There's a couple new modes and that sort of stuff, and I won't get too much into it. You can see for yourself. There's Armored Royale, which is basically Battle Royale with cargo trucks, and you use like turrets and that sort of stuff to kill each other, I guess, but I mean, it's nothing too crazy there. The other biggest thing, and I think that this is one of the biggest things that's going to be happening here, is the mid-season Season 6 update. So every single season there is the initial launch, and then in the middle of the season there's another sort of content drop. This season's content drop is going to be whatever the Halloween event is going to be, happening on October 20th. We had a little bit of a tease called The Haunting Begins. There's going to be limited time modes, rewards, and more. This presumably is going to be releasing the rumored night mode for Warzone and the rumored zombies mode as well. So we're going to be probably seeing those two things coming to Warzone as a result of the mid-season update. And that's something to get excited about, because it's going to be interesting to see how zombies works with Warzone and how zombies works in a Battle Royale sense. So I'm going to be very excited to see when that drops. Obviously, the Halloween mode will also bring a bunch of new items to the store, potentially different blueprints to be spooky or whatever, but I'm mainly excited for the modes that they're going to be bringing here. Because if it was like, say for example, Call of Duty Ghosts, I think, did it best in terms of the Halloween mode, where you had the Michael Myers game mode, which was super fun to play, and I hope it's something very similar here with Warzone and Modern Warfare's event here for Halloween, because it's pretty much going to be the final event for Modern Warfare, at least in Modern Warfare's initial year life cycle. So they've got to sort of leave Modern Warfare with a bang and do something that's going to make players remember Modern Warfare 2019, and not for skill-based matchmaking or safe spaces, but for a really, really dope Halloween event. So I think that'd be really, really cool to see if Infinity Ward could do that. Other than that, I guess we'll get into the elephant in the room, the Origin 12. Did the Origin 12 get nerfed? Not really, and I don't think it really got a nerf. From what I've seen and from what I've played, the Origin 12 still shreds. It's still sort of like that meta weapon, although in the patch notes it said that it nerfed the damage from very close range. I do think the Origin 12 is still pretty much the same weapon that it was before, so not necessarily doing anything to it. So if you're scared of the Origin 12 not being meta weapon anymore, or you were hoping that the Origin 12 was going to get hella nerfed, it really didn't. So the Origin 12 is still the Origin 12. So continue to use it or continue to hate it. I don't know, and I don't really care, because this is potentially the final video we're going to be doing here in terms of Modern Warfare 2019 and in terms of Warzone Season 6 content updates. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, comment down below. Out of all of the new things that we talked about here in this video, what is your favorite thing, or what are you most excited about for Season 6 of Modern Warfare as we lead into Black Ops Cold War, coming to us on November the 13th. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you click that subscribe button to be kept up to date on everything to do with Call of Duty, Black Ops Cold War, Warzone Season 6, everything like that. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers and we're very, very, very close. So any help and support would be greatly appreciated. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.
Pull up in the gold, I'm leading. But them other man need feeding. I don't wanna go Bombay. Them I don't know what I do when I go from Beeling. Leading the pack in black and I'm on with a bat. Snapping with a phone and die. Boss up a man with a duster. Put him in a drip and sip blockbuster. Win, 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 that's the only ammo. Ring, 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 I reply with NO. Call me Leno, had it hot.